Do you still have that one you recorded a while ago? Like a couple months ago?
Yeah, what I was going to do is just do like 3 of them as one pod just in the middle of the week. Because they're kind of fun.
Did you ever send that one to Jim Brewer?
Yeah.
You sounded so good on that.
Really?
So professional. So sexy.
Greetings, West Sacramento, and that's the Ghetto Bird.
And oop.
So, if you're just joining us, I took a shower, and I was rifling around my clothes to pick something to wear, and I was looking for a pair of white shorts I have. They're just like normal basketball shorts, and I couldn't find them. I was like, where did they go? And then, oh yeah, Luna borrowed them. Luna deemed them worthy. She found them appealing, desirable. And so she commandeered them. And now they're no longer mine.
And now you'll never see them again unless she's wearing them on her body.
Unless I raid her room when she's out and about.
And oop.
And I need a system, some sort of accountability. So like a nightclub coat check.
The library book checkout.
A library book checkout. Blockchain of some sort. Dry cleaning. You go to your dry cleaner. Do they still give you the little tab? I need something. Though.
And oop.
So my friend in high school, Eric Gray, he worked at a local dry cleaning place, local dry cleaner, and I would go in there and just hang out because he was off at 5, and then we would go to the football game or go get something to eat or whatever. So I would go there at 4, and we would just hang and listen to Boys II Men. Water Runs Dry on repeat. But so people would come with their little paper ticket, like the thing that identifies my item is number 184. And so he would grab their little ticket and he would see number 184 and he would press the button and the whole caravan of dry cleaning clothes, it would spin around. It was as big as the suite, the storefront, and it was. But every once in a while, either the jacket or whatever item of clothing wouldn't be there, or it would be damaged.
Oh.
Yeah. So if it wasn't there, he'd be like, "Oh, we're looking for it, or we can't find it," or and call an older lady owned it. Call whatever Debbie to talk to her about what's going on or for compensation. And then sometimes it was damaged because of the process, a bunch of chemicals or whatever to clean these clothing items, this apparel. So he would, and I'd be like, "Please be there," or "Please don't be damaged." 99% of the time it went off flawlessly, but when it was damaged, we're like, "Oh, we got a stain on this because the chemical spilled, or we put too much wax or whatever." What do they call it when it's hard?
And oop.
Starch, no starch, heavy starch, light starch. But yeah, that was fun. People would be upset, and poor Eric Gray, poor 17-year-old Eric Gray, what he had to go through. Though, speaking of school, honey, we got an email from Lennox's teacher. She really enjoys communicating via email.
Yeah.
Like her emails compared to Luna's teacher's email, 10-1.
So much communication from this teacher, and yet not enough communication about things that I need to know.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah. She doesn't clarify or make things known, relevant information. But she sent an email because they were doing drug awareness teaching or campaign or a lesson or whatever. So she sends an email giving an FYI, giving a heads up. And I'm going to read the email. Yes, I hate it when radio shows / podcasts read emails, but it's okay. I'm a professional. I know this is good stuff.
And oop.
So this is her email. I wanted to remind you about our special presentation today at 1:40 to 2:30. Not even 2 hours. Victor Services, sounds fake, We'll be talking with our 5th graders on the important facts about common substances such as alcohol, nicotine, and marijuana. We hope students leave with the knowledge they need to make informed decisions that will keep them safe, healthy, and out of trouble. If you do not want your student to attend, please make sure you reach out to the office. Drug awareness, honey. For Len's 11, 5th grade, going into 6th. How effective is it?
They seem so young for that, but
That's right. That's another thing.
am I being naive?
They're bringing awareness to drugs, to
Awareness more like introducing them
Right.
to the very thing you want them to stay away from.
right. This lesson is a gateway to gateway drugs. But I realize you gotta say drugs are bad, but there are benefits to drugs. Like how cool smoking in the movies looks. Having conversations that go late, having deep philosophical conversations with your friends when you're high as a kite about what a chair would look like if your knees bent the other way. My friend Chuck Johnson made bongs back in the day. Making bongs out of 2 liters, pipes out of apples. But he took that knowledge, that MacGyver do-it-yourselfness, and he turned it into a career. He's like a big-time engineer now.
Oh, wow.
In Los Angeles, he's making tons of dough. And it started with making bongs for us. And by the way, be the maker of the bong. Don't be the consumer. Don't be the inhaler of the bong. Don't get high of your own supply, kids. I remember just like going to parties and drinking, and you just have idiotic conversations, but they're fun. Like my friends and I, we would talk about going to Reno. So 9 p.m. we're like, let's go to Reno. We're wasted. Let's go to Reno. We're going to Reno tonight.
Sounds safe.
Let's go to Reno, which is just an hour and a half from the Bay Area, whatever. We're going to Reno. Let's go. And we're kind of like one-upping each other. Let's go right now. Get in the car. We're going to go. And these conversations would go until 4 a.m. We're going to Reno. Let's go to Reno right now. And we never went to Reno, but it was just...
So are you concerned that the content of this drug awareness program would not include all these positive aspects of it?
Yes. And when you say something is bad, something is off limits, something is only negative. Len, can you close the door?
And oop.
When you say something is negative and bad and hands off, don't touch, this will only endanger you. It's kind of appealing. It's kind of cool. Like, ooh, how bad is it going to mess me up? So it makes it more likely to try it.
Yeah.
Or maybe abuse it and just go overboard.
There's truth that when you forbid something, that only like makes it more desirable, or you're more intrigued by it.
Exactly. Do you remember the Just Say No campaign?
Yeah.
Just Say No to Drugs. It was huge in the 80s. Was that effective? It was ineffective.
No, that wasn't effective. The Red Ribbon Week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that had any bearing on anyone one way or another.
You're gonna do it, or you're not gonna do it, and
so you're encouraging schools to take a more nuanced approach to
Yes.
drug and alcohol abuse.
yes. The Just Say No program. I remember they had posters up in our school, and they got celebrities to tell us to stay away from the drugs. And the 2 celebrities I remember was one NBA coach, Pat Riley, who led the Lakers in the 80s to championships and Showtime and Magic Johnson, James Worthy, all that stuff. And he was telling us to just say no, which is fine if you're an NBA. Well, the NBA guys are the biggest weed smokers.
And oop.
Maybe if you're striving towards the NBA championship, maybe lay off the weed. But I'm not Byron Scott, okay, getting an alley-oop from James Worthy or Kurt Rambis. So maybe I'll smoke a little wacky tobacco over here, because I don't need to be a top-tier, world-class athlete. The other celebrity I remember is Lou Diamond Phillips. That's right. Ritchie Valens, La Bamba. Yeah, La Bamba, Ritchie. Valenzuela was our dad's name.
and a oop.
I mean, I don't know Lou Diamond Phillips, but I'm sure he's experimented, as we all have.
And a oop.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest vomited today.
Oh, God. What do you have to say for yourself, Frankie? Nothing, because you're ashamed, as you should be. Oh, but you do look so cute, Frankie. Oh, Frankie.
And a oop.
So are you saying that the schools just shouldn't even bother? Or do you think that there's no way that they can say drugs are bad, but hey, they're also kind of good?
Well,
they can't do that.
There's positives and negatives. Like, is social media bad? Sure, but it's also good because people can express themselves or find a community or whatever. And Lou Diamond Phillips, whatever happened to him? I mean, he struck gold with La Bamba and then he didn't do anything. No.
Are drugs to blame?
Yes,
maybe.
Exactly. Or they're not to blame. He didn't do enough drugs, honey. Do you remember when our torrid love affair first began, honey? We wanted to smoke cigarettes for some reason. Yeah,
neither of us smoke cigarettes, but we always talked about it. Like, oh, we're gonna go buy a pack.
Right. Well, it's like a trip to Reno. Yeah, we imbibe. We like a little bit of Michelob Ultra. We like the cervezas. But we would always talk about, like, let's go buy a pack of cigarettes. Let's go buy. We're gonna smoke. And it never happened.
Why didn't we ever achieve that goal?
Because it was dumb. We were just talking. It was like, because you just say things under the influence. You don't mean them. Just say no, or sometimes say yes.
You got to work on this ad campaign.
There is hope with dope. Okay. there can be hope with. It's like food. Okay, people abuse food. People. Cars kill 30,000 Americans. There's good and bad. So saying something is all bad, 100%.
All things in moderation.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, are we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay, we're done. Oh, bye-bye.